Hello, a warm welcome to you in the Ghatna Chakra book video. Let's begin this journey where we will present every topic in a simple, clear, and exam-oriented manner.
So, picture this. A huge promise is made at the very top, at the national level. A promise that's supposed to bring security to millions of people. But how does a big idea like that actually make its way down to a single village and, become real? That's exactly what we're going to unpack today.
Right. This question is really the heart of it all. I mean, we see these giant government programs in the news all the time, right? But the real magic, the part that actually changes lives, is how that high-level policy connects with people on the ground. So how do you build that bridge? What does it actually look like?
Okay, to figure out how that bridge gets built, first we have to look at one side of it, one of its main pillars. And that's a massive national program that was created to guarantee employment.
Now, this program is called the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, or MNRGA for short. And its official mission is so important. It's not just about creating some temporary jobs here and there. The whole point is to enhance livelihood security. Think about that phrase for a second. It's about building a reliable, dependable safety net for folks in rural communities.
And this right here, this is the core of that promise. The key word, the one that changes everything, is guaranteed. This isn't just a nice idea or a policy suggestion, it's a legal right. It means that if you're eligible, you are entitled to work. And that completely transforms it from just another welfare program into a legal entitlement. Honestly, that is a huge shift in how we think about this stuff.
All right, so we've got the national promise. But for a promise like that to actually work, it needs a partner on the ground, a local partner. And this brings us to the other pillar of our bridge, which you won't find in a policy document. Nope, you find this one in the most powerful law in the land, the Constitution.
We're talking specifically about Article 243A of the Indian Constitution. And look, by putting this power directly into the Constitution, the whole system makes sure that local government isn't just a suggestion or a good idea, it's a fundamental piece of the country's legal DNA.
So what does this article actually set up? It establishes the Gram Sabha. This is the official name for the village assembly. You can basically think of it as the town hall for the village, the main body for local self-governance. It's a forum where regular citizens can have a direct say in what's happening in their community. It's democracy at its absolute most grassroots level, and it's literally written into the Constitution.
So let's put the pieces together. We have this big national promise of guaranteed work on one hand, and on the other, we have a constitutionally backed local power structure. The real question is, how do these two things connect to create something totally new?
And here is where you can see how perfectly the puzzle pieces fit. On one side, you've got the what. That's MNREGA's goal, the economic safety net. And on the other side, you've got the how. That's the Gram Sabha, the constitutional body that makes the decisions locally. The whole system is designed so that the local village assembly has a direct, hands-on role in making that national promise a reality. Now, when you bring these two powerful forces together, you get this incredible concept, constitutional rural governance. It's this idea that you can achieve these huge national goals, not by ordering things from the top down, but by empowering these local, constitutionally recognized groups to actually lead the way. It's a real framework for genuine self-governance.
So why is this model such a big deal? What does it really mean when you build governance from the ground up instead of just having it dictated from the top down?
Okay, so here's the formula, laid out plain and simple. You start with a big national goal, that promise of employment from MNRGA. You connect it directly with a local power, the Gram Sabha, which has the backing of the Constitution. And what do you get? A real, working model of grassroots democracy, where the very people affected by a national promise are the ones directly involved in making it happen.
And that right there is the ultimate point of all this. This isn't just about making things run more smoothly or about administration. This whole structure from top to bottom is fundamentally about empowerment. It shifts the center of gravity away from some distant capital city and puts it right in the middle of the village. It gives communities a real voice and a real stake in their own economic future.
And that brings us to one last, really important thought to chew on. We've seen how a national promise can link up with local power to create this incredible engine for change. It really makes you stop and wonder, what is the true potential, the real power of democracy, when it's not just something you do every few years at a ballot box, but something you live and breathe every single day in your own community?